advised. The opinions and views of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
We're now into the second month of this 2013, and it's about time we started discussing this continuing electrocution of the electricity consumers. Our title is Endless Electrocution. It's been going on for 12 years now, at least 12 years now. Previous to this, EPIRA, there were many other electrocutions going on, but now this is getting to the last stages. We don't know if the consumers will finally die from the electrocution. But let me also start with a very positive note in the issue of the PCOS machine that we see many people now beginning to understand. In other words, the crusaders can win. It just takes time, so we must also be in the endless struggle to explain to the people the exploitation that is going on, and especially on this electricity issue. Also, the second positive note is I'm happy that our crusaders continue. Louis Corral with the labor unions are waging a new fight under the People Power Alliance or Network. Jojo Borja is in the final stages of the cases in the ERC. I have the case number. Ikaw na bahala mag-explain later. And San Lakas is the only party I have seen in this coming campaign. I think the campaign has started. So, but anyway, I'm not campaigning. We are crusading on an issue, so I can say this. It is the only party that has the slogan, ibaba ang singil sa kuryente. So last week I had Magdalo here. I'm supporting Magdalo. I'm also supporting San Lakas because 95% of the other party lists, or 90%, are frauds. We might as well go all out to support the genuine party list groups. Louis has several party list groups, but since he has several, he cannot mention any. But we know Louis is always behind the real party list groups also. Okay, so we'll ask our guest today to right off the bat go into the key issues they are crusading for now. Let's start with Louis, the biggest, and then the medium, and then the smallest later. Louis, go ahead.
Thank you, Herman. The People's Power Network is a coalition.
Now, why PIPOL?
Well, we're part of tradition of bus movements, of the reform movement, which also stems from a movement for revolution. So People's Power is a broad-based consumer movement that we are now working with, and we have groups ranging all the way from Davao City to Iligan to NCR to Baguio to all
that's
over
good
the
news.
place, Iloilo, Cebu.
Okay, and I'm happy to read Mendoza's Gerald Seno's name, Mendoza's name in this fight. So the labor unions are aware because they can be very powerful in this fight. Okay, Louis, there were 2 or 3 issues that you mentioned to me that are important. One, a law passed in the Congress that would corporatize more cooperatives. Number 2, the prepaid plan, which the mainstream media tries to project as something good, but you have explained it is going to be very negative for the small consumers, the middle class and the poor. And the third, there's a third issue. Okay, anyway.
The never-ending pisang.
Okay, so then we'll go to Jojo on his case, but let's go into your 3 issues.
Well, Congress just recently passed in the last week of its sessions Senate Bill 3389. This has also been passed by the House, and this was a LEDAC certified bill to strengthen the charter of the National Electrification Administration, as if it needs strengthening, because NEA operates under presidential decree, a martial law decree, where it can come in and take over the operations of the electric cooperative through a project supervisor, through a management team, and as a whole range of powers to really supplant the supremacy of the General Assembly, who are the true owners of these electric cooperatives. But this bill has unfortunately been passed, and we are calling on the President to veto it.
Yeah. But what is the, in summary, what is the negative effect here? You were telling us off the air earlier that the cooperatives can be corporatized, sold off, and what will happen is the big players will just buy off a lot of these. And
essentially, in a nutshell, the NEA can come in using what it calls step-in powers, take over the operations, management, and control of the cooperative. They can remove managers and board members of these cooperatives at will, and presumably, although it's silent on that, even workers who have security of tenure. The end of the game is essentially to take over these co-ops and corporatize them.
What
the
is the law?
NEA is the one who will design.
Will the public will the public and the consumers lose power and control over this public utility of theirs?
Herman,
That's
for the past 30, 40 years, it has been the ordinary Juan de la Cruz consumer who's been subsidizing, paying all the bills of these electric cooperatives. And now, under EPIRA, which is pushing privatization, we will say privatization for the many does not work for us, but privatization for the very few will. So that seems to be the intent, to sell off these electric cooperatives to Mr. Aboitiz, Mr. Pangilinan, Mr. Ang.
And that's confirmed by an entrepreneur. Later on, Jojo will give us his
and
reaction.
that will finally cartelize the entire electricity industry, because
So
you will now have...
instead of reducing the monopoly that they were complaining about, this will increase the monopolization or at the very monopsony or oligopoly.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So second, we can go back to this later because we still have a second half. Now, I just want to get the people to have a summary of these issues. Prepaid. They project it as something so great and such a favor to the public, but the public, the labor unions, are saying, no, this is the reverse is going to happen.
No.
What's the truth? Yeah.
The groups are saying that prepaid is anti-poor.
How does
It's
this
a
work?
violation of human rights.
Yeah.
You know, we have 14 million Filipinos who still do not have access to electricity. And you're creating an innovation like prepaid. Second, it does not bring down the cost of power at all.
But the term prepaid is so familiar to a lot of cell phone users. They think, okay lang yan kasi sanay na kami sa prepaid.
Power is not like telecoms. Power is a public commodity. It's a public utility vested with public interest. What happens when you have a sick father or sick mother at home and electricity conks out on you? What happens if you're studying for an exam?
Yeah. I cited it in my article on this issue. Pero let's visualize it. Ako, consumer, bibili ako ng prepaid card ng kuryente. So, ganyan yan. So, nag-a-advance ako?
Yeah. You're paying for power that you have not yet used.
Ngayon, at least, ang ina-advance ko lang yung deposit.
Correct.
Pero ngayon, may deposit na ako.
Yes.
Tapos mag-a-advance pa ako ng kukonsumo ko ng isang buwan. O di, lugi na tayo, nag-advance na, nadagdagan ng advance.
Nag-advance ka pa, hindi mo pa alam kung paano ang breakdown ng cost niyan. Kasi pag naubos na yung load, tutul ka na.
Eh dahil yung kuryente din, nagpapalit at least may fluctuation yan sa presyo.
Tama ka dyan.
Maaaring maubusan ka bago doon sa kalkulado mo na nung katapusan ng buwan.
Kaya the burden is placed on the consumer to cope with what is essentially a non-transparent price.
At ang isang importante, nadadagdagan yung kapital ng Meralco in this case, for example. Kasi
lalaki ang kita. Kasi
Oh.
it creates a leaner and meaner Meralco. You don't have a bill collector. You don't have a meter reader. You don't have linesman to connect or disconnect your line when you're not paying. You don't have a branch office because it just comes out from the sari-sari store. So this ploy to sell it as a convenient mechanism is really a mechanism to increase the level of profit of an already profitable.
Okay, I think that's clear enough to the public na iisa na naman sila. Okay, third point, yung PISAM you were mentioning?
May panawagan kami kay Pangulo na magbubuo ng Presidential Task Force on Power. Because the 39 centavo stranded cost for
Universal
power,
charge, ha? Yan
for
ang-
power that we never utilized and we never used is now with the ERC. And we expect that this will be issued very soon. You hear a deafening silence from politicians, but I hope groups such as Sanlakas, APEC, TUCP, APL, others will bring this up
Okay.
because this is an issue that impacts on their members
That's
and
right.
their ordinary consumers.
Okay, so that's going to be called the universal charge. O mailalagay sa ilalim ng...
Isasama sa universal
Universal
charge.
charge,
Kung titignan nyo, Meralco bill nyo ngayon, zero ang universal charge for stranded cost ngayon. Pag pumasok na yun, 39 centavos per kilowatt hour. Ibig sabihin yan, mangungulekta sila ng 25 billion pesos over a period of several...
Mga 20 years, 25 years.
yeah.
At hindi ibig sabihin na matatapos yun nun. Maraming mangyari
Marami pa
ma-extend
dahil
na naman yan.
magaling magpalugi ang PISAM sa kanilang operasyon. Ang utang na yan ay lumaki sa 12 taon na pinag-uusapan natin ng EPIRA mula 15 billion to 16 billion. 90% na ng assets ng na-privatize na para sagutin ang utang na yan. Pero lumalaki pa rin yung utang.
Okay. So I'll move on to Mr. Jojo Borja, whose case in the ERC now, case number 2011-088.
RC.
Okay. RC. I call in my next column's opinion as a Waterloo case for Meralco. In other words, Meralco should go down in defeat here. Please explain why they are losing this case. But it doesn't mean we will win the consumers, no? Doesn't mean we will win in the ERC. But in terms of truth, talo na sila. Jojo, please explain.
Before I go into that, I like to add a little on his observation about this using credit cards.
Prepaid cards.
Actually, it is a gimmick. Okay, it has failed in the U.S. I do not want to explain why it failed because it will take all of my time. But they are giving false hopes to consumers. Kasi ang battle cry nila dyan is because people will be competing, Aboitiz will get into the Meralco system, they'll be competing with each other.
Ito naman yung sa
ito. But actually, they will never compete against each other because that will be a disaster because in the end, they will say, Meralco will tell Aboitiz, don't enter my turf. Okay? I will not go to your turf. So, mag-aayusan na naman sila yan. Bakit mag-competensya tayo?
Jojo, you are part owner
of a utility company.
Of a utility power generation and distribution company.
Only
Why don't you
distribution.
like this? Because you can buy the other co-ops also, di ba?
Ano?
You can also go and enter the buying
Yes,
spree.
that will increase our business and well, if it is us, we can always bring it down cheaper because Iligan Light is the cheapest still in the country in spite of EPIRA. But the Department of Energy and ERC is embarrassed about the situation. They want us to go up by this. There is an increase of 2 pesos and 23 centavos unnecessarily. That's why there is a signature
What do you
campaign.
call that? Is that the parang yung guarantee that so that you can have the supply?
Capacity fee.
Capacity fee.
The issue in Iligan is this. Iligan City is one of the only city that ended up owning 18 power plants. While the other IPP power plants were all sold for scrap to businessmen and then sold it back to the consumers, like here in Visayas and Luzon. Iligan Light, the city of Iligan, by foreclosing a plant, owned 18 power plants. Okay, they own 18 power plants.
How many from the Alcantaras of the 18 power plants?
This used to belong to the Alcantaras.
All of them?
All of them. Okay, they made a lot of money out of it, but by some arrangement, they're the ones who will get it back.
They will buy it back.
At the expense of the people. They're buying it for scrap, not buying it from NPC or PISAM, buying it from the people of Iligan who owns
The
it.
city of Iligan. Oh.
At the same time, the people of Iligan is suffering brownouts
Uh-huh.
because the city does not want the people of Iligan to take advantage of 18 power plants. They only need 2.
So that in other words, what you're saying is the city of Iligan doesn't want the public to run the plants.
Yes, because there is now a clamor for the city, instead of selling it to Alcantara, people like, there is one there who was an industry MCCI, Mr. Ramon Ataide. He needs power, but he has stopped his plant because there's not enough electricity. He wants to be part of a consortium that will manage it for some kind of a management contract with the city who owns it. They will take care of everything, repair
In
it.
other words, to make a long story short, you can lower the cost by operating these 18 plants.
Yes.
But the city council, obviously, because the councillors will try to make money from this, does not want it.
They want to sell it.
They want to sell it.
And Iligan Light, as a utility firm, favors a situation like that then because then they will buy 2 units for 400 million and make 17% out of it. So the people who's supposed to take advantage of their 18 power plants, it's gone.
Okay.
And they have to pay
Yeah.
for the next 20 years an increase of 2 pesos and 23 centavos
For the
which will be
capacity fee.
as capacity fee. So that
Okay.
is
We'll explain the capacity fee later. We have
Yeah.
4 minutes before the break. So let us move on. So that's very clear what's happening. You have not answered my question. Why don't you, as a businessman, celebrate over what Louis
The NEA
reported about NEA coming in, taking over, and then selling this off to all this private business?
because
What's your reaction?
cooperatives belong to the people. Okay, it doesn't belong to the Alcantaras or the Boitises. We have our own private utility. We own only 40 megawatt business, no? So these cooperatives have their own business and it belongs to the people. And if handled right, it should bring down the cost of power.
Yes.
But again,
I think one lesson here is that these people are still saying, the privateers, private big is good.
Yeah.
But I think all over the world, people are discovering yung mga too big to fail are actually
Too
failing,
small.
but maintaining themselves through cheating the public, di ba?
yes.
Oh, so I think we get your point. We have the last 3 minutes in the first half. We'll go back in the second half to your
Mirago.
particular
Yes.
case. Let's get 3 minutes to give 3 minutes to San Lakas to open their discussion on their issue. Go ahead, San Lakas.
Well, the San Lakas position on the issue is very simple. For the longest time, like a decade now, we had been campaigning against EPIRA, the Electric Power Industry Reform Act, or Republic Act 9136, which we believe favors the private sector over these local actors, itong mga cooperatives, LGU players, small utility companies, which are on the ground and which are in fact, like for instance, Beneco had been pioneering.
Which is Beneco? What is Beneco?
Benguet.
Benguet, electric cooperative,
Yes, okay.
which really is pioneering in renewable energy, etc. It has not been the big player, and in fact, in others, as you said, in other countries like the United States, for instance, we have associations like American Public Power Association, which is a group of small utility distributors. Baka mas magandang model to, and it's about time that we replace this decade-old law, which just merely increased
The EPIRA, you're saying.
EPIRA, which increased electricity rates from 5 from an average of 5 kilowatt per hour to an average of 11, and in fact nagkaroon tayo ng reputation from
The highest power cost in Asia.
yeah.
In
We
fact,
are among the highest in the world.
Yeah, go ahead.
In August, we were the highest in the
Yeah.
world. We hit 13 pesos and 66 centavos
Yeah.
per kilowatt
Yeah.
hour.
Okay, we have
That's
last 30
34 US
seconds.
cents.
I just want to remind Louis that he also has discussed the open access later on in
Yeah.
the second half because
Okay.
we're now at our break, so let's take our break.
Well, there are 900 contestable customers